Welcome to this explainer. Okay, so today we're diving deep into ancient scriptural texts, and we're going to read them almost like a historical epic. We're talking about the mechanics of angelic protection, and this isn't just vague, feel-good stuff. We're looking at a highly specific text that outlines a genuinely comprehensive, layered defense system. You'll notice this phrase right away, the fivefold shield. I love how this frames these guardians. It takes them out of the realm of abstract, comforting ideas and puts them into the reality of a dynamic, multi-layered defense system. We're talking about an active, strategic, honestly almost military-like operation designed for absolute protection. So here's the roadmap, the 5 chapters of how these guardians actually operate. We've got physical intervention, shutting the mouths of destruction, strengthening in exhaustion, warring in unseen realms, and finally, their ongoing commission as ministering spirits. Let's get right into it. Chapters 1 and 2 cover the physical front lines, those tangible interventions and silenced jaws. All right, so the very first mode of this shield is direct physical intervention. And the scriptural source material is crystal clear here, guys. This is absolutely not metaphorical. Think back to that incredible historical account in the book of Acts. Peter is in a heavily guarded prison, right? And an angel physically strikes him on the side to wake him up, causing actual, literal iron chains to fall right off his wrists. That story brilliantly illustrates that protection isn't always just passive or spiritual. When tangible, real-world threats pop up, like a locked prison cell and armed guards, the first layer of this shield meets force with actual physical force. It directly alters the material world to halt danger in its tracks. Moving on, we encounter this incredibly evocative scriptural phrase, shutting the mouths of destruction. This goes way beyond just a glancing blow or a quick rescue. It's about actively disarming the threat right at its absolute source. The ultimate historical epic for this one? Daniel in the lion's den. I mean, the guy is thrown into a literal pit of starving predators. His survival wasn't some lucky coincidence. The scripture notes that an angel was sent to, literally, shut the lions' mouths. This is a deeply aggressive, visceral defense mechanism for those moments when destruction feels completely unavoidable and is breathing right down your neck. Chapter 3 brings a shift in tone. The respite, strength for the exhausted. So this third mode activates when the subject is pushed completely past their limits, physically, mentally, you name it. Picture the prophet Elijah. He's fleeing for his life, completely depleted, and he just collapses under a broom bush. And what happens? An angel appears. But not to fight an enemy this time. Instead, the angel provides freshly baked bread and water, strengthening him for a grueling 40-day journey. Here, the defense is a vital injection of strength, right when human reserves are totally spent. Now, we turn the page to Chapter 4, The Invisible Front, War in Unseen Spiritual Realms. There's this absolutely perfect contrast here between the visible rescues we just talked about and the massive, unseen cosmic battles taking place. Because while tangible interventions do happen in our reality, there's an entirely invisible spiritual conflict being waged at the exact same time. What we actually experience, well, that's only a tiny fraction of the actual defense being mounted on our behalf. You can think of this as the ultimate perimeter defense. Consider the scriptural account in 2 Kings. The prophet Elisha and his servant wake up completely surrounded by an enemy army. The servant is terrified, obviously. But Elisha prays for his servant's eyes to be opened, and suddenly he sees that the surrounding hills are completely covered with invisible horses and chariots of fire. The shield is out there intercepting threats in the unseen ether long before they ever materialize in our world. And that brings us to Chapter 5 and our epilogue, the ongoing commission. This final mode really anchors the whole concept, identifying these guardians as commissioned ministering spirits. The book of Hebrews explicitly asks, are not all angels ministering spirits sent to serve? And that brings the fivefold shield into crystal clear focus. They aren't just reacting to random emergencies on a whim. They operate under a permanent, formal commission. It's a structured, ongoing system of care that operates tirelessly behind the scenes 24/7. So, as we wrap up this explainer, we really have to ask ourselves, how does the reality of the fivefold shield change the way you view your everyday battles? Think about it. When you know there are active physical interventions, silenced jaws of destruction, renewed strength for your darkest exhaustion, unseen armies fighting for you, and a permanent commission of protection, well, it completely reframes the narrative of your life, doesn't it? The next time you face an impossible obstacle, ask yourself, what unseen forces are already moving to protect you right now?